Businesses, large and small, keep our economy going. They provide a vibrancy for our communities and some fun places to go. We'll take a look at business and economic development on this edition of Connected Colorado. Hi everyone, I'm Gary Shapiro in downtown Littleton. It is a metro area suburb but has a small town and historic feel. And a SpaceX rocket. Who knew? We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But first, the city of Aurora has all kinds of great businesses, but what does it take to get them to locate there?
I'm the Ward 6 council member. I represent Southeast Aurora. So near and dear to my heart is Southland Shopping Center. Some of you probably saw in the news that we were able to get Nordstrom Rack to come to the city of Aurora. I was one of the ones pushing for that for years and years and years, so I'm very thankful.
We just got an email from them that said that was the best opening they've had in 2022 and 2023 out of all of the stores that they've opened. When you get a big tenant, let's say like Nordstrom's Rack has a very particular customer profile and everyone knows it. So every other company that has a similar profile to Nordstrom's Rack's customer will follow Nordstrom's Rack when they open because they know their customers now coming to the front door of Nordstrom, so they want to be next door. All
of that is really great for the entire city of Aurora because it attracts business and it puts us on the map.
Retail is extremely important to the city because 58% of our budget comes from sales tax. So much of the city runs off of the backs of our retailers and restaurants.
One of the things that we do in the city of Aurora is that we attend the ICSC conference where retailers and brokers come from all over to pitch their business.
We meet with all of the top retailers in the country and some of the international players at the show. We give them all the information about demographics and then we just constantly follow up with them.
And that's where a lot of business deals are made.
City of Aurora is the second largest city in developable land mass, and we have the ability to bring in a whole new neighborhoods.
And of course, the city of Aurora, we have such a diverse population. Besides Southlands, we have Gardens on Havana, the Stanley Marketplace, Corner Star, and then just little niche restaurants.
We speak, I think, 145 different languages in Aurora. So in this area, we have probably the best profile of restaurant concepts out there. And so people want to be where all the action is.
We're at a Dish Network facility in Littleton where amazingly they have a SpaceX rocket on display. People can come by and see it. It's pretty cool. I'm with Jenny Starkey. She's with the Littleton Downtown Development Authority. Nice to see you.
Hey Gary, nice to see you.
I love the rocket.
I know, pretty impressive,
Isn't that pretty wild?
Yeah.
Hey, talk a little bit about the authority and what you guys do.
Absolutely. Well, we're one of the newest development authorities in the state, and we are really here to make sure that downtown Littleton is a vibrant area where people want to come, bring their business, work, live, and play.
Everybody's facing challenges these days. What are some of yours and how do you hope to overcome them?
I think the challenges are pretty typical of any main street or downtown area. So how do we attract the right businesses? How do we make sure that they're successful? And how do we make sure that people want to come and spend time and spend their money?
When businesses look at Littleton, what can they expect? Do they get some help from the Development Authority?
From the DDA, they can expect a lot of marketing support. They can expect a lot of economic development support in terms of, we want to make sure that the environment is the best place for businesses. Is it a clean and safe area? Is it a beautiful and vibrant area? Are things happening that attract people so they can survive and they have people and customers that come regularly? Do people know what's happening? Do people know what businesses are in downtown and where to go? That's our job. That's really what we want to do.
Jenny, give us your best pitch. What's the reason people should come to Littleton?
Well, if you haven't been to downtown Littleton, you're missing out. But let's think of the historic charm. Littleton is just this beautiful historic main street where there's just some unique businesses for people to visit. So if you want to spend a day somewhere, Littleton's really the place to do it. And don't forget about the access to some beautiful outdoor areas. I mean, you can go down Little's Creek onto the Mary Carter Greenway and spend a day at the river. You can come see this amazing SpaceX rocket, and it's a very small town feel. So you know who's there, you get to know the store owner, you get to meet the neighbors. While there's a quaintness, it still feels very metropolitan too.
One of those unique facilities that she was talking about is a distillery, and we're going to take you there in just a few moments. But thanks a lot for spending a few minutes with us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Many rural areas of Colorado are facing big issues with economic development because of a lack of reliable broadband internet. But now there's some federal internet funding that is helping these communities significantly.
The city of Montrose has valued broadband infrastructure in our community for quite a few years. It's important to building a community that's resilient and that can thrive. And there's so many things that really rely on having a strong broadband base in your community.
At Mayfly, we do a variety of different manufacturing operations. We run CNC machines. We have a couple of custom-built machines for our fly line manufacturing. All of them are connected through the internet to engineering programs and to each of our other facilities, so we can keep track of quality as well as how much we're producing and what the productivity of those machines is. Without that kind of connectivity, we'd really not be able to operate, especially in remote locations like we have in Montrose.
The digital nature of our business is becoming more and more relevant. Everything we do with our CAD/CAM product development, which is the 3D design and modeling, to our programming of the machines, to the reporting infrastructure in the business is all digitally captured, cloud-based majority, and we communicate through 3 locations internationally as well.
Montrose is such a great place for us to be, right? It's a small town. I think it really embodies a lot of the values that we have at Mayfly. But the other nice thing is we are really close to where we can use the product. So we can design, engineer, manufacture here, and within 100 feet go out and actually use the products and get them on the water.
We recently marked the milestone of becoming a 1 gig city, meaning that throughout the city of Montrose, you have the internet connection and the speeds of 1 gigabyte of service.
Some people ask me if I'm the Elon Musk of electric bikes, and I like to think that Tesla is the OptiBike of electric cars. My name's Jim Turner. I'm president and founder of OptiBike. We build high-performance electric bicycles. We have a unique manufacturing concept in that we don't actually manufacture any parts ourselves. We will design them, and then we use vendors throughout the world to make the parts. Part of that communication is we're using solid models that have large files, and we're able to send those files to vendors, and they're able to quote on them and make them directly. And we often do that without any verbal communication. We need a high-speed connection to do that because the files are large, or if we have to do a video conference to discuss it. But we're able to do that all virtually from here. Every aspect of our company is related to the internet, from procuring parts to communicating with customers to advertising. Well, we have customers in over 32 countries, and they've all found us through the internet, and they communicate through the internet. And it really doesn't matter to us where they are. And that's what's fascinating to me, is that a small company can operate as a global player. So this is vital, again, the communication with them that allows us to do that. We came to Peonia because we wanted a more rural lifestyle and a quieter lifestyle, and wanted it to be a more artistic. We have full gigabit internet, never any latency issues. That was really what says, oh, we can move here, because with FedEx, UPS, and internet, we can operate and do our global work.
Elevate's working to close the digital divide. It's been a mission of ours since day one. We set out with an ambition to serve 100% of our members throughout our community. So rural Colorado is already geographically challenged. We're disparate from many urban ways of life. So that digital divide took on a new meaning early for us in the process. As much as soundbite for many to use these days, it's one that we've been motivated by from the very beginning. We've built over 1,000 miles, almost 2,000 miles of fiber in addition to what we started with. We're now at over 13,000 customers. Because of the Elevate broadband service, any type of business, big or small, can operate successfully on the western slope of Colorado. We don't aim to just deliver the same as what urban communities. We want them to have a long, survivable entity in the Elevate broadband network, something that allows them to continue to thrive in these communities and live in these communities, age in these communities, and stay in these communities for as long as they desire to stay here.
Now we're at one of the great businesses in downtown Littleton, Rocker Spirits, and this is Nick Hutch. Good to see you.
Gary, pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do here.
Absolutely. We are a micro distillery located here in old downtown Littleton. We specialize in whiskey, vodka, and rum. We've been here since roughly late August 2016, open to the public, and have award-winning spirits that have been showcased in the Denver International Spirits Competition, San Francisco International Spirits Competition, New York International Spirits Competition, and plenty of local competitions.
Congratulations, that is terrific. Now, one of the really cool things about this place is the bottles. Talk about the design.
Absolutely. So this was the brainchild of Dustin Evans, the founder and my business partner in all of this. He's a bit of a picker, and he went to a basically junkyard and found this fancy little can right here, 5-gallon, we would call it a rocker oil can, and we emulated that in the design of our bottle, which is made by Owens, Illinois, the largest glass manufacturer in the world, and they basically made this out of this. And that's what we're very well known for.
Terrific, really, really cool. What's it like doing business in Littleton?
Littleton is a great area to be in. Lots of foot traffic, and the community outpour during times of tribulation was really the thing that solidified us wanting to be here. During COVID, a lot of places shut down, and the just absolute support from everybody here was truly humbling. So we owe basically all of our success to all the locals here.
Yeah. For people not familiar with your business, what would you like them to know about Rocker Spirits?
That we're actually here. So we don't have this huge marketing or advertising. So this is obviously a huge feather in our cap. So thank you again for coming. But what we just want to know is we're here, and we are arguably some of the best spirits in the world. That's not my particular opinion. That's some of the different awards that we've won. But I think a week doesn't go by where we don't hear somebody say, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
And so we're here, 5587 South Hill Street here in Littleton, Colorado. Love to pour you a drink.
Yeah, and speaking of drinks, we got all kinds of them. We got whiskey, and we got vodka, and we got gin. What's your favorite?
Oh gosh, my next one, I suppose. But no, my bourbon is probably our most awarded and easily the thing that is purchased the most. But we do have a full bar back here. You can't get beer, you can't get wine, but anything that we have here we showcase in specialty high-end cocktails.
Sounds great. All right, Nick, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Another fun business in Littleton is the Melting Pot, voted one of Colorado's most romantic restaurants. It's in the old city library, and they say it's haunted. Meanwhile, in Denver, Prodigy Coffee Shop offers more than just a job to its employees.
So growing up, I was very shy. I grew up in the Global area. I went to school just up right here at Garden Place. How you doing, boss? What can I get for you? So when I graduated, I actually didn't have any plans. I didn't really find interest in college. So when I first came to the Prodigy shop, everybody here was very outgoing. Everybody they welcomed me in, and it didn't seem like a workplace. It seemed more like a family type of job.
I actually grew up in Glowville my whole life. I was really shy when I first started here, and scared to open up to everybody. But this place really helped me be more open with everybody.
Our apprenticeship model is a 12 to 18 month opportunity for young folks to come in and work while they're learning and learn while they're working. We are a craft coffee house that we're really proud of, and part of the apprenticeship model, the first half of it, is going to be around becoming a really strong teammate and learning how to be a craft coffee barista. And this is where our apprenticeship gets a little different though, is once people become functional baristas, the training switches to becoming a leader and a trainer of their peers.
Sir, can I get that double espresso and one mocha?
We position this opportunity as a place for folks who feel like they haven't quite fit into school or work in the traditional sense and want to try something different. We're very upfront from day one that this is not just a job. This is about you learning and growing as much as possible over the year you're with us, and being put into future leadership opportunities down the road with us during that year. And if you're willing to try that, then we'd be excited about exploring that.
I didn't really see myself as much of a leader. When we would have like the developments and all that, it was just like really helping us learn about us, what we like and how we like move in this world. So over the years, I just started like getting more comfortable, and like they kept on throwing more challenges at me.
Diego works hard and just shows up and has been hungry to learn since day one. One of our leaders here on our crew who has really found his voice here at Prodigy. Lola is extremely talented, extremely hardworking, and doesn't give herself enough credit for it.
I feel like this place has taught me to be more open with myself, kind of just being who I am and expressing myself in certain ways.
I've grown significantly, like as like a person or like to other people. Cause like I said, I was very antisocial. So like me being who I am now, I'm like open to talking to people, to like experience new things, put myself into new things without being uncomfortable with it.
For us, success is really rooted in folks getting a chance to see that they belong and that their contributions and their talents really matter. We see that a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds, if they haven't found their path, it can be a pretty confusing time. And it can make you feel like, hey, I don't really fit in at school, I don't really fit in work structures. And so having a place where you can be like, no, who I am and how I show up here is really respected and is appreciated, helps people realize that they have a path to be a part of things, not just here, but in the future. We've been fortunate to partner with Dido really heavily since COVID, and there was a lot of workforce development money to help folks re-enter the workforce. And Dido has been, I think it's almost 4 years on now, of being supportive of us, both from a funding, but also a support and resource standpoint. And it's really allowed us to be able to function as we are recovering from the consequences of COVID. But then also it's a validation that our local government really supports and believes in our workforce model and works really hard to help us find success.
I think it's important to have a place like Prodigy because even though we are a coffee shop, they've helped me get into therapy. I know they help people get their GED if they need it. I think it's just really helpful for what they do here, besides just teaching people how to do basic coffee.
Hopefully I could own my own coffee shop, have my own baristas, and have like my own type of coffee shop, get to know more people.
We have this inherent belief on our team. We're going to lead with believing every young person who comes in here, they're a prodigy. Like they're a young person endowed with exceptional abilities. And having that unshakable belief in people, yeah, it's so encouraging when it pays off and when they can see it themselves.
We are here at another great business. We are at Juniper Seed Mercantile, which is Littleton's littlest business. And Tiffany owns it. Good to see you.
Good to be here, thank you.
Talk a little bit about what you do here.
So I make by hand in small batches all of these products that are here to support a sustainable lifestyle. So cleaning products, skincare remedies, lip balms, alternatives to disposable items, and also refills.
It may be a little shop, but it's a lot of work, I'm guessing, making all this stuff.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
What's it like running a business in Littleton?
I love being in Littleton. We've got a really great community of shopkeepers and restaurant owners that work together and collaborate to plan events and things like that, like Final Fridays and our Earth Day event that's coming up, and it's a really great place to do business.
Well, congratulations on your business.
Thank
Sounds
you.
like it's doing great.
Yeah, we are doing really well.
Okay, thanks, Tiffany.
You bet.
Speaking of sustainability, energy efficiency helps businesses save a lot of money. And Xcel Energy is helping some businesses in Arvada do just that.
Hi, I'm Sean with the City of Arvada, and I'm here with Marty Fed from the Commercial Energy Squad from Xcel, and we're here in Old Town to do a business energy walk. We're going to be going business to business, offering a business energy assessment. Marty Fed, tell me more about what this business energy assessment is.
Yeah, absolutely. So a business energy assessment is where a commercial energy auditor on behalf of Xcel Energy comes out and visits the business to see if there's any adjustments or upgrades that they can make to help them save money and energy. The way they sign up is either reaching out to Xcel Energy, sometimes trade partners will recommend businesses, or our marketing outreach specialists will reach out to businesses themselves.
And so you go in and you look at the heating and the cooling and all those parts of the business, and then what do you do from there?
Yeah, absolutely. So going into the building includes a lighting count of what is LED, what isn't LED, taking a look at all machinery, seeing if anything's coming to an end of life. And then afterwards, a commercial energy auditor will create a report, a deliverable for the business owners that they can have to not only review, create bids on any work that needs to be done, and also present, if need be, that they are making efforts to create energy savings.
And so you were able to sometimes do some quick installations during the assessment, like some light bulb installations and some aerator installations right on the spot there. And then there's a full report after that that the business owner gets, kind of a roadmap to follow to save money and make their operation more energy efficient?
Yes, absolutely. That's actually my favorite part of the assessments, is coming in and helping the businesses day of, either updating some lights, aerators, and helping them with energy savings that day.
So how much typically does one of these energy assessments cost?
So they're actually completely free for small business owners as long as they meet the requirements of being below a certain square footage, not being a huge chain franchise, and there's more information online as well.
So a free assessment that's going to save you money in the future. I mean, what's not to love about that, right?
That's what I love about my job.
And so you don't have to be a business owner here in Old Town to take advantage of one of these assessments. You can go on to xcelenergy.com/business to learn more.
Could I also have you fill out this form digitally? Sure. The most pertinent is just going to be this information right here. I am looking for non-LED fixtures, bulbs, and any heavy machinery, including HVAC systems, water heaters, and any other additional savings, such as I like to recommend door sealing where it's possible, and really just getting a gauge on the property itself.
Howdy guys. And then is there anything that you guys have done recently, like replaced any light fixtures or anything like that? And then these here, you can see a little bit more clearly. They've got, just at the top of these, you can see the yellow of the LEDs here. And then right here, they have looks like a smart thermostat that they've got. Which, yeah, it looks like a Nest smart thermostat, which we recommend smart thermostats with set schedules. This is a pretty simple layout, and since the customer is not responsible for the heating and cooling units, and they're probably mounted on the roof as well, I think that'll be it for this audit.
If you want to learn more about these business energy assessments or how you can become more energy efficient in your business, visit arvadaco.gov/energy.
We're in the heart of Littleton's transportation history. This is the old train depot. It's now a light rail stop. You know, healthcare is very important too, everywhere. And there's a new cardiac tower that is coming this way.
Hi, I'm City Manager Jim Becklenburg, and this is Around Town with Jim. Since 1989, Advent Health Littleton has been a hub of cutting-edge medical care in Littleton and the surrounding region, offering high-level services in surgery, cancer treatment, neurology, and lots more. It's also one of the city's top employers, bringing hundreds of jobs from surgeons to nurses and all kinds of support staff. Now it's poised to offer even more. The hospital is adding a new cardiology tower to offer a whole new range of heart health services. Here to tell us more is Advent Health Littleton CEO Rick Dodds. Thanks for joining us, Rick. I feel like we're part of the construction here. Can you start by just telling us a little bit about what this new building's about?
Absolutely. For the last 34 years, Advent Health Littleton has been focused on heart care. What this represents is another level of heart care that we're bringing right here to the community of Littleton. This is a 5-story patient care tower that's focused on EP, cardiology and cath labs, and a new interventional cardiology space where patients can recover in the same room in which they're admitted and be discharged from that same room level of care. It's care centered right around the patient.
Wow. Sounds like it could really affect and change healthcare throughout the region. Can you talk a little bit about how it affects the community directly and then also about the greater Denver region?
Advent Health Littleton is part of 5 hospitals headquartered right here in the Rocky Mountain region in Denver. All of those hospitals are working together to create a center of excellence and institute around heart and vascular care. As we've analyzed our community needs, the #1 community need that we have is around heart care, making sure that people are not only healthy, but when people have an advanced need for heart treatment, we can treat that right here within our community. So within our 5 hospitals, regionally, all of that advanced heart care will be coming right here to Littleton.
It's such a huge resource for the health of Littleton residents and for the whole region, not to mention our economy.
Yeah.
But Rick, I gotta ask, how soon will we see this fantastic facility open?
Coming soon. Takes a little bit to build a building, but July 2025 is when we'll open fully. Services are already being planned in preparation and training for our team to be ready.
How great. Well, we love hearing all this great construction. Thanks so much for your time, Rick.
Thank you, Jim.
Well, as you can see, this is an exciting expansion of the healthcare services available in Littleton, and just one of the many ways Littleton continues to evolve into a world-class city. Thanks for watching. Now see you next time on Around Town with Jim.
We're back here at Rocker Spirits to end the show. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks to Littleton for inviting us out. Thanks to you, Nick, at Rocker Spirits. And we hope you get out and enjoy all of the great businesses in your community. See you next time on Connected Colorado. Cheers.